Dear students, today we will conduct an experiment to verify Stephen's law of thermal radiation. So, our experiment is Stephen's law. The aim of the experiment is to verify Stephen's law of thermal radiation. To verify Stephen's law of thermal radiation. Now, what is Stephen's law? First, let's see the apparatus required for verification of this law. So, apparatus. We need a filament bulb of 6-volt bulb, which we use in our torch lights and so on. A battery, volt battery, general illuminator will be there, battery illuminator, milliammeter, zero to 500 milliampere, voltmeter. Say this is a 0 to 10 volt or 5 volt. A plug key and a resistor. These are the apparatus used for verification of Stephen's law. Now, what is Stephen's law? According to Stephen's law, the power radiated by a perfectly black body is directly proportional to fourth power of absolute temperature. That is called as Stephen's. Therefore, the power radiated P is directly proportional to fourth power of absolute temperature. So, taking log is proportional to log P is directly proportional to log P to the power of 4, or log P is proportional to 4 log T, since resistance of the bulb of the filament R is directly proportional to temperature. Therefore, this can be written as log P is proportional to log R, where P is power radiated by the body, R is resistance of the filament. So if you find the relationship between them, then we can verify the Stefan's law. Now, when a graph is plotted between log P and the log R, when a graph is plotted between log P and log R, we get a straight line as shown. Therefore, this is the graph. Here, log R on x-axis and log P on y-axis, then we get a straight line. The slope like this, you get a straight line like this. When you find the slope of the graph, this is equal to delta log R. This is equal to delta log P. Then, from this equation, what do we get? Log P by log R. Log P by log R is equal to 4. From this expression, log P by log R is equal to 4. Therefore, if we find the slope of the graph, delta log P by delta log R, if that value is equal to 4, then it will verify our Stefan's law. So, if log P by log R equal to 4, then Stefan's law is verified. So, our aim is we have to find the ratio log P by log R. The circuit diagram we use for this experiment is this is a source, say milliammeter, plug the key, rheostat, and this is connected to the bulb. This is the filament bulb B, and to this a voltmeter is connected across the bulb. Across the bulb, voltmeter is connected. This is the battery. So these are the circuit connections that has to be made, or shall I rewrite? milliammeter plug the key rheostat across the bulb, voltmeter has to be connected. Plus minus. This is rheostat. This is the battery. So these are the circuit connections. This is our electric bulb. Since we cannot measure the resistance of the temperature of the bulb directly, therefore we are comparing that temperature in terms of resistance of the filament. So that is the circuit diagram regarding the Stefan's law. Now let us see the tabular form required for verification of the Stefan's law. Tabular form, serial number, voltage across the bulb, that is voltmeter reading, ammeter reading, A, and power P is equal to VI resistance R is equal to, this is what, R is equal to V by I ohms. This is the tabular form we should use. Therefore, take at least 5 or 6 readings. Then, after conducting the experiment, we should take the readings in the ammeter as well as voltmeter. The readings has to be tabulated in the tabular form, and then we have to plot graph between the power, and you can extend this one log P and log R. These values also you should, because you are going to plot the graph between log P and log R values. So you have to convert P and R into logarithmic values. For those values, you have to plot a graph. Now, this is the circuit board which we use for verification of Stefan's law. In this one, this is the input source battery, and the voltmeter has to be connected across these terminals. Positive of the battery should go to positive of the voltmeter. Similarly, negative of the battery should go to negative of the voltmeter, because voltmeter should be always connected parallel to the electric bulb. Similarly, the milliammeter positive should be connected to positive terminal, whereas negative terminal has to be connected in this manner, and the electric bulb is included by inserting the two wires here like this, these two terminals. So I shall explain again to you. So we have circuit diagram will be like this, and this is input terminals of the battery. Voltmeter, positive of the voltmeter should be connected to positive terminal. Positive of the voltmeter should be connected to positive terminal, and negative terminal has to be connected to the negative terminal. Whereas positive terminal of the milliammeter should be connected to positive, and negative terminal has to be connected to the negative terminal. And if we connect these two, join these two, then the bulb will be included in the circuit like this. Another terminal here. So in this manner, you have to complete circuit connections, and the voltage is so the circuit connection has been done, and we should note the voltage across the battery and ammeter reading in the experiment. Say now the voltmeter is reading at 0. Now the voltmeter reading is at 0.5 volt, and ammeter reading is 45 milliamperes. So (0.5 volt, 45 milliampere). Next, I will increase the voltage to 1 volt. When you increase to 1 volt, then the corresponding voltage is 65 milliampere. 65 milliampere. Similarly, one, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10. And again increase the voltage to 1.5 volt. The corresponding ammeter reading, milliammeter reading is this one is 80 milliampere, and voltmeter reading is increased to 2 volt. The ammeter reading is 90 milliampere. This is 2.5, and ammeter reading is 100, not 105 milliamps, and when it is 3 for 3 volts, 105 10, 115. Because you need to plot a graph, you should take as more readings as possible. This is 3.5 volt, and this reading is 125 milliamperes. When it is 4, the milliammeter is 135 for 4 volt. For 4.5 volt, it is equal to 140. And for 5 volts, it is equal to 150. So I took 10 readings because I need to plot a graph. Therefore, we should take as much readings as possible. Because the bulb rated voltage of the bulb is 6 volt, that's why I am increasing the voltage below its maximum voltage 6 volt. That's why we did the experiment up to 6 volt. Therefore, this is the experiment you need to done. Now, therefore, before leaving the experiment, you check once again the connections, and then you should make calculations for these values. So, these are the values which you got. Say, these are the readings which we get for different voltages across the bulb. So, we have to make calculations.